Hello, hello, and welcome to day 681 of our Facebook Lives. Hello, I am Kitti, proud to be your thought organizer, and coming to you from on a very pleasant day in Atlantic, Canada. We are Wednesday, November 23rd, just the day before Thursday, Thanksgiving. And thank you very much for tuning in, whether you're watching here on Facebook Live or LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, or on our newsletter. Oh dear. All right. So who am I? I was rushing. I confess, but sometimes that's what you have to do. My hair shows a little wind blown here. Who am I? I am Kitti Anders, your thought organizer. And some are starting to call me the pundit of profitable productivity. How's that for a tongue twister? With declutterthebrain.com. And what do? I help entrepreneurs to organize their space and streamline their thoughts so that they can focus on attracting and serving premium clients and also making their productivity profitable. Now, I do have over 20 years experience in helping people to gain control over their surroundings, and through that, I have developed my step-by-step one system, which is applicable to all 5 pillars of your life. And it has helped me and my clients to go from overwhelmed and struggling to organized and thriving. And yeah, it really has, through these 20 years of experience. And I ask you, how would it help you to take immediate action on your clutter? Would you feel amazing at the end of the day because you had gotten the right things done that are going to put money in your bank account and a smile on your family's face? You got the right things done? Oh boy, yeah, that would be good, because some days we can just spend our days being busy. No. Busy doing the wrong things. You know what I'm talking about. We all do it. So if this is sounding like something that, yeah, I'd like to learn more, Kitti, you just hold that thought and we will give you your next, how many? 1 step to take in about 10 minutes from now. Not even. All right, so this week we are talking about Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving. And I told you yesterday that I was going to look up why Canadian and American Thanksgivings are celebrated in different months. And hello, Michael, I am so glad to see you. I hope that you caught yesterday's, we're going to be mentioning you again, but I hope that you caught yesterday's Facebook Live broadcast, because I mentioned you heavily in it. And hello to you. Thank you for joining. I can't see who you are. Now, I finally found out, Michael, I'm so glad you're here, because I found, and you that I can't see who you are, why Thanksgiving is celebrated differently in the States and Canada. I am, of course, Canadian. We celebrate our second holiday weekend, or the second weekend of October. And of course, Americans, it's the 3rd Thursday of November. Now, the reason for Americans, of course, you're going to be able to tell me, and I may have my date wrong, but 1641 or 1621. Help me out with this, Michael, or anyone else who's watching. It marked when the Pilgrims, I only read it quickly just a few minutes ago, celebrated a feast with the original Americans, the people who were with you all first. And the reason, so that's why you celebrate it then. But us in Canada, the reason we celebrate it in October is because basically it's intended to mark the end of harvest season, you see. because we're a little further north, so we start harvesting a little bit earlier, and everything turns orange. And yeah, so it's intended to mark the end of harvest season in Canada. So, inquiring minds want to know. I love history and geography. Now, Thanksgiving, the way it's celebrated in the States, it can be viewed in two ways. It can be a good thing or an, oh my God, the holidays are coming. I invite you this week to view it as, wow, okay, let's get started. Let's get a jump start on this. Let's put some systems into place so that we are going to run through Yuletide with a smile on our face rather than overwhelm in our hearts. Doesn't that sound good? All right, so basically, if you think of it as a dry run for Christmas, and if we do it in October, you could almost do it then too. Think of it as a dry run. There's less pressure, but this way you get back into practice. You know how you're going to be cooking your turkey. You know what the schedule is leading up to Santa Claus's big day. So if you haven't bought your turkey already, it is noon Eastern. You are cutting it tight. If you go and buy it and have it in the next hour, if it's frozen, it would be very, very tight for you to have it defrosted safely. It is possible too, and I've had to do this 1 year, where you just flush it with water, flush it out of the wrapping, flush it with water, and by tomorrow around about 12 noon, no earlier, you need 24 hours, then it can be ready, or you're going to be eating on Friday. Otherwise, you have to pony up for a fresh turkey. Okay, it's going to be more expensive, but safety is worth it. All right, now you should have also, yesterday we talked about, you should have also made a list of food and guests already. But yeah, even today there is still time. I'm going to assume that all of your stores are closed tomorrow. They certainly are on Thanksgiving Monday in Canada. You're lucky if you can buy a pack of smokes, I'm here to tell you. Even the gas stations close down early. But what you want to do is make sure that you have a list, that you've checked it twice, yeah, just like Santa Claus, and be prepared for a couple, oh, do you mind if I bring along Aunt Millie? Or Bob doesn't have a place to go and he's got no food in the cupboard, can he come over? Make sure that you've got a little extra for those welcomes, so that you can welcome extra people. That's the whole point of Thanksgiving, is to share gratitude, isn't it? This makes sense, doesn't it? Share the gratitude. Now, you're shopping today. Michael, this is where you come in. If you've, let's just assume you're shopping today. Michael made a point, and he thought that he was an oddball of some sort, because he's got to buy duplicates of everything. No, Michael, this is exactly what you should do. This is what we recommended yesterday, was y'all go buy duplicates. If you see a can of cranberry sauce, for example, buy two, especially if it's on sale. You may want to buy an extra one for stock. Pick up those duplicates. You're in the store anyway, and then that way you don't have to think about it. One less thing to take up your mental energy just before Christmas. You see, Michael from Ohio had the right idea, y'all. Now, today, what are we talking about? Cleaning. Yeah, I'm afraid so. Michael and his wife always have this down to a science. They have their separate jobs every year, every holiday get-together. They know what it is they're going to be doing. But you may not be that far ahead. They've been married 48 years, so they've got the advantage. But what you need to know today is you do not have to give everything a full declutter or a full clean. No. Cut yourself some slack. Give it a quick swish. Okay? Excuse me, my nose is itchy like crazy. Give it a quick swish. Give it the floors a dusting, preferably a wash too, if you can. But whatever it is, do it quickly. Give the bathroom just get the toiletries off the counter. All right, just go through everything. Does not need to be detailed. Whoever is coming for the feast, they are going to be, and hear me on this, and tell me what you think about this in the comments or direct message me. They are going to be less judgmental, I find, on Thanksgiving. Why? Because you're feeding them. Are you feeding them at Christmas? Absolutely, yes you are. But I don't know. There's something about Christmas where people they're on edge more, and they're looking for something to validate their negativity sometimes. Okay, Thanksgiving, everybody is pretty cool. Wouldn't you agree, Michael? People are cool. It's like, yeah, you're gonna feed me. Hey, let's put on the old feed bag and let's roll. So they are not going to be peeking into corners. So relax, just give it a tidy and a rough clean so that people know that they're entering a sanitary environment, if nothing else. If you have time, do extra. Get the kids involved. Make sure you get the kids involved. If you're whether you're the mommy or the daddy, make sure that you're getting them involved. Get your partner involved and give them tasks. Do not put it all on yourself. All right, you just say this is a team effort. And if you're single and doing this, and believe me, I've done this many years, less is more. Okay, better to have and I practice this whenever I would invite my father over, and I used to run myself into a tizzy for making sure that everything was perfect, and he wouldn't even notice. Okay, he's like, oh, so is dinner ready? You know, he had the feed bag strapped firmly on. Yes, he did. He didn't care if it was spotless. And I said, Dad, I washed the floor. Yeah, the gravy looks good. Jeez. Okay, so you see my point here is, yeah, it's right on the tip of my head. They're there for the food. They're there for you. So when I say less is more, what I mean is less clean is more important. They want less is more. Less clean, more of you in a happy mood, okay? Because if you run yourself ragged cleaning, you're not going to be in a happy mood, all right? So that's the lesson for today is you do what you can with the cleaning, but concentrate on the food and your self-care. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, if you think, hey, you know, there are probably other people out there that are just starting to panic about maybe it's their first Thanksgiving that they've hosted or their 50th, you know, just hit that share button, and that's what we do at Declutter the Brain, is help people. If you're curious about videos I've made on a wide variety of topics, just go to YouTube, type in Declutter the Brain. We're getting quite a few views now. So I'm very pleased and proud and grateful that that's happening. YouTube, Declutter the Brain. Now, I promised you one step earlier, and so that if you're distracted by your clutter, if you're wanting more profitable productivity, yeah, at the end of the day you want to feel amazing. All right, scroll down. Here's your one step. Scroll down. There's a link there. Download your 7 easy steps to conquer your physical and mental clutter. And while you're there, just go ahead and book a quick and free call with me, and I will listen to what to hear what your clutter is actually costing you, and gift you with a jumpstart plan for right now results. Yes, you will receive results right on the call. We give value here at Declutter the Brain. All right, there's so much more I could say, but for now, thank you so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow on 12 Eastern, where I'll be wishing you a happy Thanksgiving with more tips and talking about what are you grateful for and turkey narcosis. Take care. Have a great day, everybody. Bye for now.